Hi everybody and welcome. My name is Dawn. Thank you for letting me come into your space for a little bit of time today. Let's get started. This is a timeless message for Capricorn. So Capricorn, whenever you come across this message, it's exactly the right time, and whatever unfolds is it's right for you at that time. Okay, so let's get started with a divine guidance and see where we're at. Number 28, so that's beautiful. Bring that there. And number 28 is, I always read them straight because they're really clear. Freedom. Capricorn, it's time to come out of your shell. This shell, which did serve you in the past to provide protection for your tender heart, is no longer needed. The time has come to begin to allow yourself true freedom. This world and your soul both need you to let your light and your heart shine. Allow the past to be the past and move forward in the present moment. Do this in small steps at first if you need to. Moving away from your protective shell means allowing your true heart to be seen, but it also means allowing others in on a deeper level than you've been able to allow before. So this is all about you opening up and letting some of that protection, Capricorn, that you may have protected your heart. You may have had some situations happen along your life that have closed off some spaces inside of you, or you've adopted a certain way to move and interact through the world. And right now the message is it's time to move through that, and it's time to evolve into a more authentic and knowing space for yourself. And not that you weren't being authentic before, it's just that you were shielding pieces of you, not sharing pieces of you, not letting pieces of who you are be seen, for whatever the reasons may be. So let's see what's connected to this. Okay, surrendering procrastination. Now's the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. So that's interesting that this is around taking action. Now is the time, right? Because now is the time for you to open up and see things and do things from a less shielded heart space, and as it said, baby steps, but let's see what areas of your life or where this may pertain. That's too many. We'll see if any want to jump out. All right, so what's the message here for Capricorn? Let's see. Lots of air energy here. So you may have an air sign that is connected to this. So that's Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It's entirely possible. So let's take a look here at what we've got. Coming out, we've got the Knight of Feathers, and that's air. That would be the Knight of Swords. And the air is all about, that's the mind, right? So looking at that, that would be this action and focus. So this represents typically a person. It's a masculine energy, but it can represent any identity. This is someone that's, somewhere between 25 and 45. They haven't quite come to the mastery of their skills, of their gifts in their life. However, they're not a student either. They're in process of honing those skills and that mastery. And this is all about the action and the focus. So this person is all about the doing, the taking the action, the getting at it, pursuing the goals, really pushing, that kind of thing. That's that energy. And this is all around your mental body. This is around thoughts, right? Then we have the Three of Crystals, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That's earth energy coming in. And this is about collaboration and productivity. And then you've got the Nine of Feathers, which again is more air energy. So this is your energy here. And then we've got perspective and self-empowerment. So this to me, because the Nine of Swords would usually mean, if it was a different deck, it would mean you're very overwhelmed, you know, had a lot of anxiety. The keywords here are perspective and self-empowerment. So for you, Capricorn, what this means to me is you may have an air sign in your life that you are collaborating with, that you're working with. It may be a primary partner in your life, romantically or business-wise. And this person is, you know, they have great ideas. They want to push things forward. And there is collaboration here, but you need to be heard because it's caused you some anxiety. For whatever reason, you've allowed, maybe things have been directed, or this air sign has really taken sort of the control of the direction over certain things, and you've not really allowed yourself to trust or express yourself in your truest authentic way from how you really feel. You know, and it may be past experiences where you've just shut yourself down a little bit with regard to this, because in the past it hasn't, you know, it's met with some conflict maybe. But Capricorn, it's time for you to begin to stand in your power and to express yourself and to bring new perspective into, you know, your life, or whatever this situation is that you've sort of been sitting on, you know, and not really expressing yourself about. And continuing on here, we've got the Five of Feathers, which would be the Five of Swords, which is all about, you know, mind games, strategy, resilience, conflict. So there's been you've had some back and forth. You've had some, you know, possibly some conflict, some words with someone around, you know, whatever this pertains to. If this is something related to your business, if this is something related to your relationship, this is general read, so it could really relate to anything. You will have to sort of, you know, connect the dots in the areas of your life that it pertains to. But definitely with this card, we've got, you're in a space where there's conflict on some level. It may not be spoken conflict, you know, but it's definitely, you've been holding back on some level, Capricorn. And coming in here, we've got the Queen of Acorns, which is a fire sign. So that could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And this is about passion and creativity. So this is all around, she's confident, she's focused. This is a feminine energy, and it usually represents a person. It doesn't have to be a feminine, it can be any identity, but the energy embodied within that person is very much a feminine energy. And this queen is confident. She's got zest for life. She really wants to, you know, she's got passion and she's got creativity. And maybe it is that, you know, this is what needs to come up through you. Or you may have a feminine in your life that embodies this kind of a passionate creativity, take the world on, go for it, sort of, you know, go for it sort of perspective. And they're coming in, or they may already be in your life, helping to propel you forward, you know, and to move through. Because on top of that, you've got a major arcana here, which is the shaman. And that's represented beautifully by this eagle here. Divine wisdom and spiritual power. So you're tapping into that divine wisdom, and your own spiritual power wants to shine. And I know, Capricorn, that you can feel it. You can feel that it's not, that there's a block there for you. You've been holding back, you've been hesitant, you're not trusting on some level. And it's time to just open up a little bit and allow yourself to trust. Allow things to flow a little bit at a time. Pick one thing, whatever that is, you know, and just take a little risk with that emotionally and mentally, and see how things unfold and how you're able to really connect into who you are, you know, and to shine, and not hold yourself back anymore, because that's what this means. This doesn't mean that you're a procrastinator necessarily. What I'm reading from this means you've been delaying something. You've been holding something back inside of you, pieces of who you are, you know, worried that if you let that shine, it's not going to be received well, or it's going to create some issues. But you know, things need to be shaken up in order to break open and break into new areas and come to new realizations, right? So, you know, moving along here, we've got the Two of Feathers, decisions and directions. So that would be the Two of Swords, you know, so you've got a decision to make. You've got a direction to choose. And there's been some information that's been hidden, that's been held back with that Two of Swords energy, you know, the Two of Feathers energy. There are things that have been hidden that have not allowed you to make a right decision, or the decision that aligns the best with you, Capricorn. And to me, within this reading with your key cards here that anchor our reading, that's saying that you've been really sort of holding back pieces of yourself in making a decision. And there really isn't a wrong decision. It's just that it's time for you to make whatever that decision is and choose a direction. And once you choose that direction, that's bringing up the Four of Acorns, which is your energy, earth energy. Sorry, it's not, it's fire energy. So that again would be the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy coming in. And that is all about comfort and community. So whatever this pertains to, it's once you open it up, once you start to take those risks and you start to let yourself be seen in a way you haven't let yourself be seen before, then this is going to bring about that comfort. This is going to bring about that sense of community. It may be that people within your family community, people within your social community, your spiritual community, your work community, they're going to rally around you. They're going to respond in a way that maybe you didn't expect, because at the end of that, you know, bringing you this feeling of comfort and relief, you know, and this security, we've got the Nine of Shells, which is water, that's emotions, and that's gratitude and fulfillment. So that's absolutely beautiful. You know, you're going to be happy that you've made the decision to take the risk to allow more pieces of who you are to shine and to show up, you know, and people are going to respond to that in a positive way, and maybe even sincerely express gratitude towards you. Because once we allow our light to shine, once we take a risk to do something, that also gives other people this unspoken permission almost to do the same, because they see somebody else that is taking that risk. They see another soul that's elevating and the frequency shifting, and it gives them courage to do the same, you know, like, and you're still possibly going to have some naysayers that will have a different opinion, that may bring up a mirror or a trigger for them in terms of where they feel lack in their lives. But that's about them and how they handle that. You know, that's their journey. That's not got to do with you. But being a part of that light energy, where just by being a model, just by doing it for you, that inspires others. We don't even know the impact we have, you know, on each other in our daily lives. The things we say, the things we do, the things we don't say, the things we don't do, that shifts our lives in every single moment as we move, right? So let's get a little advice here. And please click like and subscribe if you could. I'd really appreciate that, and help me to share and to grow. Okay. Beautiful. See, look at that. So I'm going to put all three out. So we've got love begins here. So this is the beginning, and this was reversed. So this is this was blocked. So there's on some level, there's something to do with something you're passionate about, something or someone that you love, situation, whatever it is, that there's been something blocking that a little bit, and it's time to turn that around. And you're going to do that because you have positive movement forward, which is number 8. That means you are shifting. This is going to be a positive, very positive outcome. This is going to bring you that fulfillment emotionally on some levels that you've been aching for, and this is the infinity. The 8 is that infinity, turned sideways. So that's a beautiful, beautiful symbol. And then the last one out is number 5, wisdom. I mean, look at that, So you're going to be able to achieve this new level of understanding about yourself and about others, as well as, this wisdom that you can not only internalize for yourself, but then you'll be able to impart that wisdom with others, and use your experiences to help others along in their journey, whether that's your children, your partners, your romantic partners, whoever that happens to be, people at work. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so let's get some feather advice here. And this is the geese. So your dreams and desires are calling you to action. The journey begins today. So that's that calling into action again, getting started with it, getting moving, just a little bit at a time. So Capricorn, that was a really great reading. I'm really excited for you to step into even more of the authenticity of who you are. That's absolutely brilliant. So those are your messages, Capricorn. Please remember to live big and shine your light bright. Until next time.